Hey, what's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of my Seattle Sonics. I'm gonna call it a franchise mode series right here on NBA 2K19. And in this episode, the Sonics are back in the playoffs, despite this new structure that I apparently approved, although that shows how much I guess I was paying attention at the time. Despite this playoff structure, damn it, we're back in the postseason for the second year in a row, and hopefully we can actually win a game this time. That would be nice, don't you agree? Now, we had a little bit of controversy heading into the postseason, as we are currently dealing with an injury to Lefteris Dourekas, who is down 10 overall points to a 78 overall. So there was the debate as to whether or not he should play. I think the main reason behind that, of course, is I went the complete wrong way. But as far as the injury is concerned, obviously it is the type of injury that can be aggravated, and, you know, it's tough to say whether or not he should be risked early on in the postseason. I'm thinking if we're in trouble, we bump up his minutes, but maybe we give him the sixth man role for now. Let Murray Hopkins go as the starter and take it from there. I mean, we're only going to be rolling with 8 people: Cato, McDaniels, Dourekas, Hopkins, Marsh, McKinney, Bohannon, and league MVP Arnold. And I would like to think that's still going to be enough to make it past Cleveland in the first round, but you never quite know. Now, in terms of minutes, I'm a little bit unsure how I want to balance this out. But for the most part, it was just replacing people like Cato has 12 minutes, because if I go by the auto order, it gives Sparks 12 minutes. And, of course, we don't really want Edmund Sparks to play. Defensive shutdown guy, but absolutely woeful offensively. So I think for the beginning stages of this postseason run, we're going to be going with this setup here, and hopefully it works out relatively well. But I want to try to limit Dourekas' minutes as opposed to him having 36 or 38 minutes. We'll go with 25. He'll still be of use to us, but I'm really not liking the odds of playing him and not having him, be further injured. It's my luck that would happen. If you've ever watched a series of mine for any sports game, if an injury can happen to a star player, it will. So yeah, I'm a little bit reserved on that front. That said, as far as the third scoring option, of course, as suggested, we removed it. It's Arnold and Bohannon. If we're going to win, it's going to be because of those two. Keeping the 7-second system, and we're going to try to make the best of this. So, here's the interesting thing about Cleveland. They have 2 former players of ours, don't they, that we happen to discover around the All-Star break. And for that reason, I am also nervous. Not only is it the concern over a potential, I don't want to say re-injury, but further injury to Dourekas, it's also knowing that the season after we trade Cameron Black and Dario Galob, who was our first ever draft pick, we run into both of them in the playoffs, and I am quite afraid. They have Kobe Simmons up top, who's an 83 overall at this point. Pavel Bosnjak, I guess, would not be in the lineup. He's down in the G League, which is outrageous to me. I'm not sure if it's because of the whole two-year setup or not. Guard Joel Humphreys, 31 years old, so he would have been a part of one of those initial draft classes as well. Malik Beasley out for the season. The right leg fracture. That's fun. Rod Peterson also hurt. Then we get to Cameron Black, who again had a tremendous season from the moment we traded him away. And of course, that is a nice hat, sir. It's very frustrating to see him go from 9 points a game, a career high. I mean, in fairness, he had 14 points a game, but then 16. And you look at the advanced stats and just how he just turned it around this year. I guess that's what he needed, was to be the star player. That is a massive pain in the ass that just happened. Holy menu lag, but that's okay. We got to go all the way back because I want to see who they have in terms of a power forward and a center. So yeah, we'll get there in due time. right? Eventually. Holy man, why is this taking so long to scroll through? I get that it has stats to load up, but goddamn. Power forward, Dario Golob. We might as well see how well he had done this year, and he took a bit of a step up. True shooting was down, but I mean, it's Dario Golob, man. I mean, I didn't necessarily want to get rid of him, but obviously I was probably a little bit too concerned about the money, as we've talked about. Needless to say, if we had Cameron Black and Dario Golob, I would say that we would absolutely be the number one team in the league right now. But, you know, mistakes were made, learning experiences were had. Don't know if you hear the dog just violently assaulting a blanket in the background. I'm not sure what you got against that piece of fabric, but sure. And then at center, 86 overall, Tyler Davis. Right. I am certainly regretting the trade of Black and Golob that much more. Granted, trading Dario opened up room for AJ Marsh, but still. Our team is what it is. We got to try and make the best of this. Again, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the way playoff games sim as compared to EA Sports titles, but we're still going to try to make the best of this. So, select the game we shall. And let's go with, let's just go with Simcast here for game one as opposed to outright simming the game, and we will see what happens. Yes, sim the prior games. Arnold is 100%. Thank God. We so desperately needed that. So let's do it. Give more time to Edmund Sparks. Absolutely not. Let's see what happens as we have the lead approaching halftime, which is pretty nice. Again, not the biggest fan of this because it's like, oh yeah, here you control the sim speed as opposed to just be like, sim the first quarter, sim the second quarter. Is what it is, though. A minor complaint at the very least. We have absolutely taken over in the third. Not that we didn't have a big lead at halftime, but just a dominant third, 96-68. And needless to say, despite injuries to Dourekas, things are looking pretty damn good. Cameron Black and Dario Golob, sorry to do that to you, but goddamn, 122-88. Sonics, Bohannon, overwhelm the Cavaliers. Let's take a, Jesus Christ, I was going to say, let's take a look. 32 points, 4 Bohannon, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, absolute monster. 2 blocks as well. Complete beast. Arnold ended up playing 43 minutes, had 23 points, 12 assists. Not too bad. AJ Marsh, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks in the game. Dourekas ended up playing 26 minutes, 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Jesus Christ. We are a little bit better defensively than I expected us to be. Cato, 11 points in 13 minutes, 2 rebounds and an assist. Not bad. McKinney struggled a bit offensively, which is concerning. I started him over McDaniels because McKinney was a little bit better, and we'll be able to take a look at that here. In terms of the advanced stats this past season, especially true shooting, at a 5.99, whereas McDaniels this year was at a 5.31. That said, McDaniels might get the start in the next game. I mean, 9 points in 20 minutes as opposed to 9 minutes and 30 or 9 points in 30 minutes. Fairly ridiculous, although the rebound's obviously a little bit nice. But yeah, I think McDaniels will get the start. And then Murray Hopkins played 34 minutes, 8 points, 16 rebounds for the big man. Absolute monster. Absolute monster. 17 of 38 from 3. 22 points in the paint. Let's see, bench points, 122. I mean, that doesn't sound right, but hey, what do I know? Good stuff. Overall, we take game one. Not a whole hell of a lot that I want to change there. We're good to go. I am a little bit worried about injuries, of course, but a victory is a victory. Simulate the next game if you would. So, damn, we can load right in the game too, huh? Not too shabby. We won't, because I do want to change up the strategy here a little bit, and it is going to be McKinney dropping down to 20 minutes, and we're going to let McDaniels play a little bit more off the back of that strong effort. Now, the good thing is Dourekas is back up to his 79, so he is slowly but surely healing up and getting back to 100%. But if we can be that dominant without having to play him for the extra 9 to 10 minutes, so be it. I think for the most part we're good. And Cato right now on a bit of a hot streak. So all in all, we're looking pretty good. One change though. It's going to be McDaniels getting the start here in this next game. Game 2 against Cleveland. Let's do this with this god-awful playoff structure that I can't believe I actually approved, apparently. But damn it, we're making the best of it. Let's see what happens here. Game 2, will we have as equal of an performance? That's not the way to say it. Will we have as good of a performance here in Game 2? We did have the lead at the end of the first, and at halftime, I mean, it's looking pretty damn good. It was 78-52, or 78-50 if I'm not mistaken at the half, as we are just taking over. This is okay. All right, let's stop the sim. Let's stop the sim really quickly. In terms of rotation, you know, I'm so tempted to drop minutes because again I'm afraid of injuries. But you know what? We'll just we'll leave it as is. Maybe we'll leave it as is. It should be fine. If somebody gets hurt here because I didn't try to make that adjustment, then I'm gonna be very upset. But there's less than 9 minutes to go. An absolute thrashing in Game 2. AJ Marsh puts up a career high in points. It's 136-87. It was over at the half. Crazy performance overall. AJ Marsh goes off. 40 points, 12 rebounds. Absolute monster. I love me some Dario Gallo, but good lord. That is how you prove to me that I made the right decision. Arnold, 27 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists on the night. Only 19 points for Bohannon this time out, but still a very strong game. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, not bad. Dourekas, 19 points, 25 minutes. Murray Hopkins, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals for the big man, not bad. McDaniels was pretty disappointing in terms of the point production, but 15 rebounds. Not exactly regretting giving him time. Cato, 5 points in 13 minutes, and then McKinney, just 3 points in 20 minutes, 4 rebounds, though. Not too bad. I mean, that's an understatement. That was a dominant performance overall. As we take the first 2 games, we defend home court, and we'll see what happens heading into Game 3 in Cleveland, which, again, I will try to fix this playoff structure on the way to next season, but for now, we're going to jump into it. No changes to the lineup. Game 3. Let's see how this goes down. Can Cleveland get back into this series? They do have the lead as we approach halftime. Currently up by 10. We're going to need a stronger effort here, and a stronger effort is what we get. We went off at the end of the second quarter to end up getting right back into this game. Anybody's game at this point, although Cleveland looking like they're going to take the lead into the 4th, and indeed they do. 3-point game, now down to 2. Much, much closer this time out. Not what I was hoping to see. We do take the lead, though, 92. Now 92 all. Cleveland back in the lead. 5 minutes to go as the lead. It's just the momentum constantly swinging back and forth. Currently up by 3. Now tied yet again. 1:26 remaining. And we're tied at 105 apiece. Outrageous. Oh, boy. Do I want to see what happens? I think I do. I want to see what happens. Normally, we would reserve this for, say, Game 7s or overtimes. But, you know, I want to see what happens here. At the very least, it's worth taking a look. This is gigantic. I mean, we win our first 2 postseason games in team history, and now, of course, we have the opportunity to take a ridiculous, overly commanding 3-0 series lead if we can walk away with the victory here. Here's the reason why I think, for the most part, I will reserve this jumping in deal for Game 7s, because it takes forever and a goddamn day for this to load. That said, I can deal with it for now, because we'll jump cut. Alright, we're good. It took 6.5 years to load, but we're good. Screen's shaking like a motherfucker, but don't worry, it's not gonna affect me, because I'm not playing it. I'm leaving it up to the team. You got this, Irvin. I believe in you. Beautiful. And we're up by 1. It's what you like to see. This McDaniels is on. Arnold, Bohannon, Marsh, Dourekas is also on. And Dario comes on. Cameron Black was at shooting guard, which is ridiculous. Bohannon, hit this, please. Ah, beautiful. You're just something else. 1:25 left. Currently up by 2. Let's see if the defense can hold on. Dario looking to make the move, being stood up by Marsh. Marsh with the steal. Beautiful. Quick break. McDaniels to Bohannon. Step back, and that was a brutal shot. The animation and the shot itself. Humphries for Cleveland. Let's see if we can hold them off. Another turnover for the Cavs. McDaniels recovers. Slow it down. I know it's not a strategy. Or find Arnold open in the corner. He can't drain it either. 50 seconds left. We've missed 2 opportunities to extend the lead. Can the defense hold on yet again? Dario looking, finds space. Nearly an N1. McDaniels on the foul. Dario will have a chance to tie this game up. 2 missed opportunities. 1 for each of our top players. Bohannon misses a shot. Arnold misses a shot. And we'll see what happens here with Dario. It's sad to see him in another jersey. Hits it. It's a 1-point game. Murray Hopkins is coming on for Dourekas. A defensive move, which I'm on board with. Normally I wouldn't be, but due to the injury, I'm okay with this. Miss it. Miss it. Damn it. And we have a tie game with 40 seconds left. Okay. Bohannon. Durrell. You guys kind of blew it, but that's okay. You have time. Do not make me watch this entire timeout. Thank God. Durrell Arnold's player of the game. I don't know if I agree with that, though. I don't know if you can hand him that for missing the open 3. Hopkins on the inbound. You're going to find anybody. He finds McDaniels. Down low to Bohannon. Throws it up. Missed again. Humphries on the rebound. Huge chance for Cleveland to take the lead. Quick drive. Arnold's still on him. Down low to Dario. Marsh gets beat, but it doesn't fall. Murray on the rebound. I can't speak today. I am more nervous for this than I should be. It's because of Dario and Cameron Black, man, I'm telling you. 107 to 107. 21 seconds left. We got this. Come on. I like the touch of the very few Sonic fans in the crowd. Most games do it. I'm just saying it was more noticeable here. We're killing time. Smart move. Come on. That's a really nice touch with the crowd too. This is the first time I'm seeing this. I've mentioned it before. I haven't played like a single game of this, so a lot of the small touches like that, it's like, ah, shit, it's pretty nice. Arnold with the 3, and we're going to overtime. Oh no. Oh no. That's not ideal. That's not ideal, is it? Damian Lillard, you are not. Or Kawhi Leonard, for that matter. We're going to OT, which means I'm not allowed to jump into the Simcast. Are you kidding me? What if I choose a side again? Now am I allowed? No? Why would I not be allowed to? Okay, is it because it's in the middle of a cutscene? The mascot's losing his mind. Let me go to Simcast, please. Thank you! Although, that's not... I don't want Simcast Live. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Yep. There we go. Simcast. Simcast. Let's see what happens. Oh, God. We're up by 3 with 3 minutes. We got this. I believe in you, boys. Look at that defensive effort. It's beautiful. Hold. Hold. 44 seconds. 44 seconds. We can do this. We can take this commanding 3-0 lead. Currently up by 4. We blew it in regulation. Arnold, you had space to get over the line. Thank you very much for doing so. Darrell! Oh, you can't do that. You can't leave the MVP that wide open. It's fucking double overtime, by the way. When did that happen? Did I accidentally skip past the first overtime? Guess I did. Darrell Arnold left wide open. Drives, nails it. We're up by 6 with 35 seconds to go. She doesn't know what she's looking at. She's looking at the mascot celebrating and acting weird on your goddamn rollerblades. Calm down. Your team's losing. You're going to be back at the zoo in no time. I mean, the guy under the suit, right? I just assume he also works at the zoo in the off-season. Wong looking. Dario doesn't take the shot. And Cleveland calls a timeout. Because, damn it, it's the final minute of an NBA game, so it's going to take 16 minutes. Still up by 6 with 29.3 to go. We should be good to go. There's no way in Game 4 that I'm doing the same thing, unless it goes to double overtime. I keep trying to skip the cutscene so the cheerleaders stand there awkwardly, and it's kind of hilarious, but it's alright. Ice this game. End it. Reese's Puffs. Dario to Simmons. Nearly another and one. Arnold on the foul. Cleveland into the bonus. Miss it. Aww. Also, sign this it all in. AEW. 5-point lead with 25 seconds left. In 17 years, when this game ends, we'll find out just how the cookie crumbles. Simmons makes them both. We got this. Still up by 4. Marsh on the inbound. Beautiful. And we'll take it. You got this. Don't worry. Into the bonus. Simmons' 4th foul. People are pissed. Don't worry about it. Come on. You got this. Ice this game. I believe in you. Beautiful. Darrell Arnold. Your favorite and mine. League MVP. Hit this second one. Oh, that's the ball game. Up by 6 with 24 seconds left. Cameron, you didn't choose to leave the team, but damn it, you still made the wrong choice. You wanted too much money. Dario nearly loses it. Makes it over Marsh. I mean, I view that as an offensive foul, but you know. Arnold to McDaniels. He gets fouled. Up by 4. Jesse. Make it. You got this. Make these shots. Icing. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. It's a beautiful thing. Wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. We learned from Shaq how not to shoot free throws. 10 seconds left. Up by 6. The Seattle Sonics. Despite Simmons draining that 3 with 4 seconds left. We're winning Game 3. We are going to take a 3-0 series lead. Don't worry about it. Double overtime or not, she just stands there and bides her time, staring off into the distance. Don't worry about it. We got this. It's a 3-point game. We're fine. McDaniels inbounds to Bohannon. He's fouled. It's Irvin frickin' Bohannon. He's not gonna miss. He's the man. I mean, he's not the MVP, but he's the man. This game is over. Done. Why is 21 in the background on the bench the only guy who doesn't have Sonics or Seattle generated onto his jersey, but everybody else does? Don't ask, but it's those type of details you notice. Bohannon, 23 points. Time to make it 24. Oh, you beauty. You absolute beauty. Number 24. Beautiful number, if I do say so myself. Irvin, ice in his veins. Ice in his veins. The Seattle Sonics. Jesus, imagine. The Seattle Sonics take a 3-0 series lead. Look at the celebration. We're hyped. We're pumped. Oh, don't show sad Dario. Don't show sad Dario. Yeah, show happy people on my team. Even though, god damn it, I could have kept. Imagine if I didn't make that mistake of trading Dario and Cameron Black. Just how dominant this team would be. in terms of overalls. It would have hindered Marsh's development. But just imagine, like, the bench would be out of goddamn control. Would have been ridiculous. And look at that. I mean, the top two players, point-wise, for Cleveland in this game, former Sonics. That said, Arnold, 29 points, 12 assists. Beautiful. Bohannon, 25 points in this game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. McDaniels, 24 points. Who needs Cameron Black when Jesse McDaniels puts up 24 points? Beautifully done. AJ Marsh, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Beautiful. Murray Hopkins, 15 points, 14 rebounds. Say what you want, but Murray Hopkins is stepping up this postseason, and I love him for it. Dourekas played 26 minutes, only put up 4 points. That is shocking. 11 rebounds, though, and then Cato, 4 points. McKinney, 20 minutes, 2 points. Now, the good thing is, our big-time players are carrying the weight, which is what we need them to do. And because of that, we are 1 win away from going to the second round for the very first time. Because, again, we were swept by LeBron and the Lakers in LeBron's last year. It's a fact that will haunt me for the rest of time because that team was even better than this team, debatably, I would say, but probably, let's be honest. 3-0 series lead. Let's close out this series, shall we, against a team that we never should have been playing in the first round. Let's do it. Game 4. Can we end this right here and right now? Let's find out. Cleveland with a 10-point lead at 1 point there in the first quarter. We've battled back, though. 1 point game at this point, and it's a 5-point lead or so still for the Cavs at the half. 6-point lead heading into the fourth. Tie game. We're trading the lead back and forth. But we do have the lead right now. Up by 10, now only up by 10, up by 4. Now only up by 1. Oh, it's anybody's game yet again. I preferred the first 2 games in this series where it was a complete toss, or it wasn't a complete toss-up. We knew. We were winning. We were dominating. Right now, it's, oh God, huge point swing for Cleveland. It's a 7-point game, now a 5-point game, and this series is not over. Yikes. It was looking good. We technically outscored them in the fourth, only by a point. But we let them back into it. We couldn't really close it out. Let it slip away in the fourth. AJ Marsh led the way with 30 points. Arnold, 29 points, 12 assists. Bohannon, 16. McKinney had a much better game, but that is fairly disappointing. No sweep this time out. We go back home for Game 5. And I think now might be the right time to maybe take a look at the old game plan, as Dourekas is back up to an 81. Murray's been playing very well, but I think we're going to take a look at some certain numbers here. So Cato in the playoffs has been tremendous. Absolutely tremendous when he's played. McKinney has been pretty damn good as well. I mean, at least in terms of true shooting. Dourekas has kind of struggled a little bit in terms of shooting, but the efficiency has been pretty damn good still. Murray still doing quite well. AJ Marsh is absolutely killing it. McDaniels, pretty much killing it. So I think we know pretty much what I'm going to look to do here, and that is going to be dropping Hopkins' numbers. I still want Arnold and Bohannon. I mean, granted, the suggested numbers are down, and I can see why. But we're getting Dourekas back in basically full-time. There is no doubt I want he and Marsh on about 36 minutes each. I'm going to bump up McDaniels' time as well. And I think I'm still going to leave Arnold and Bohannon at 42 minutes apiece. I think that's probably the better way to go. So as far as the bench is concerned, these are still the 3. And I think we're going to drop Hopkins to 18, McKinney to 15, but bump up Cato to 15. I think that's going to be the way we're going to do it. Let's see if we can end this series in 5 games. We're back on home court. Was hoping to not be here until the next round, but we'll see if we can close this out. Please do. San Antonio and Orlando have moved on. Golden State moves on as well. They'll play Orlando in the second round because what the hell? Let's see what happens here. Can we close this out? End of the first, we have a massive lead, 41-24. And at the half, this is much better. Much, much better. 18 points apiece in the second, but we still have a decent lead. Cleveland's battling back a little bit. It's an 11-point game now. Make it 14. I'm a little bit nervous that they might be able to battle back into this, but we are taking over yet again a 19-point game, now over a 20-point game, and it's looking pretty good. So start of the fourth, 92-69, a nice number, but not nice enough to be winning this game. We're looking pretty damn good. Let's see this game out, please, if we can. And damn it, I want to see us celebrate moving on to the next round because it is in no doubt territory. At this point, we know we're moving on. 131-101, a 30-point game. Damn it, let's jump in and watch a celebration. Here we go. 29 seconds away. Empty seats. Where are the people? What the fuck? What? What the hell? Where are my adoring fans? Is this a glitch with custom arenas? Ignore that face for a moment. Like, I've heard of people leaving early. I've heard of people leaving early when a game is already decided. This is fucking ridiculous. No problem with the Foot Locker and Ruffles advertisements, but we got empty stands, but we do have stadium sound. How are you gonna miss that? We're only up by 30. So is this a glitch with custom arenas, or like what the hell? Because damn, like I know, you know, 2K, it has its faults, right? It certainly does. This is not something I expected to see. Just saying. So let me know, is this a glitch or does this just happen with custom teams? Don't think it matters regardless. Simmons makes it. 29-point lead. And here comes, wow, why is Jackie Nash out there? I gave you no minutes. What the hell? I mean, I guess he is just technically on the bench anyway. So he's available. But still. Regardless, hooray, we're moving on. Let's celebrate in front of a bunch of stewards. The confetti's a nice touch. It's a shame no one's left in the stadium to fucking clean it up. Because nobody's here. Oh, boy. Well, the good thing is, at the very least, hey, look at Julio with that lovely headband. The good thing is, at the very least, for the first time, the Seattle Sonics, very anticlimactic, because no one... Oh, Dario and Cameron, no. I'm so sorry you have to... Oh, God, that was... Oh, man. Like, that got me. Oh, my God. That got me, though, man. Watching Dario walk away on this court as a losing member of the other team just brings a tear to your eye. Arnold proved why he's the MVP. 53 goddamn points. 6 rebounds and 9 assists. 26 points for AJ. 17 for McDaniels. 12 points, 14 rebounds for Lefteris Dourekas. Bohannon only had 8 points in 22 minutes. I wonder why. It says he's fine. Cato, 7 points in 16. McKinney, 5 points. Murray, 4 points. 6 rebounds, though, in 20 minutes. And we did see Jackie Nash play 1 minute. And Willard makes his pro debut in the playoffs. Played 4 minutes. There you go. That was a bit weird because of a distinct lack of fans. But you know what? We made the most of it. The Seattle Sonics moving on to round 2 for the very first time. You love to see it. Let's see who will be taken on in the next round. It will be the Utah Jazz, which is not surprising as we were neck and neck with them throughout the entire regular season. So, of course, because this is seeded 1-16, San Antonio took on Washington. They swept them. Atlanta ends up beating Chicago. Utah pulls off the unsurprising victory over Milwaukee. So it's 1 versus 9, 4 versus 5. In the East, Golden State upsets Dallas. The legitimate 15 seed beats the 2 seed as Orlando sweeps LA. So it'll be Orlando and Golden State. And then the other 2 matchups, we had Vegas beating Sacramento, and the Knicks pulled off an upset beating Brooklyn in 6. So there you go. Out of the seeds left, we have 1, 9, 4, 5, 7, 15, 6, and 14. We are taking on the Utah Jazz in the next round. The good thing is Mr. Dourekas is close enough to being 100%, and the team's looking pretty damn good. Let me know what you think about the minutes, though. I would say more than anything, that's the one thing I'm still, a little bit, not exactly dead set on moving forward. But there we go, our first ever playoff victory in the books. See you guys in the next one, where we take on the Utah Jazz. Because damn it, they're not New Orleans anymore. New Orleans, but you can keep the name, because why not? Actually, you know what? In fairness, I am okay with it. You get to keep the name. You do. Because why the hell not? See you guys next time.